Ahead of its Victory Day or Bijoy Dibas celebration marking 54 years since Bangladesh's liberation war, two of its student leaders have now escalated their anti-India rhetoric. One has threatened to isolate India's northeast, and the other has said that they will lead protest rallies against what he calls Indian interference in their domestic politics. Now, as the country goes to polls next year, what stood out was not just the anti-India rhetoric, but also that the rally was attended by almost all key political parties, from BNP to Jamaat-e-Islami and others. The statements came from the members of National Citizen Party, a party formed by the students who led the 2024 July protests in Bangladesh, which eventually led to the ouster of former PM Sheikh Hasina, who is currently in exile in India. Known for his strong anti-India rhetoric, Hasnat Abdullah, who serves as the chief organizer of the southern region of the student-led NCP, said that if Bangladesh is destabilized, the Seven Sisters will be isolated and Bangladesh will also give refuge to northeastern separatists. The northeastern states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura are collectively referred to as the Seven Sisters. Hasnat said, and I quote, "If Bangladesh is destabilized, the fire of resistance will spread beyond borders. Since you are housing those who destabilize us, we will give refuge to the separatists of the Seven Sisters as well." He then added that I want to say clearly to India that if you shelter forces who do not respect Bangladesh's sovereignty, potential, voting rights, and human rights, Bangladesh will respond, further adding that Bangladesh is still facing attempts by vultures to exert control over the country even after 54 years of independence. He did not name New Delhi explicitly or mention anything about India's alleged interference in Dhaka's affairs. His colleague and NCP convener, Nahid Islam, meanwhile called for nationwide Victory Day rallies against Indian interference. He said, and I quote, "On Victory Day tomorrow, we will not take to the streets for celebration. We will instead take to the streets for resistance. In Dhaka and across Bangladesh, we will hold resistance rallies against Indian hegemony and all anti-Bangladesh conspiracies." Now, why did they make these statements and what does it mean? Bangladesh is heading to elections on the 12th of February 2026. After election dates were announced last week, Sharif Osman Hadi, who is a spokesperson for Inqilab Manch, which is a platform that emerged from the student-led protest networks associated with the July uprising, and is also independent parliamentary candidate, was shot in Dhaka. Soon after, few accounts in Bangladesh claimed that the shooters had fled to India, but they did not provide any such evidence. Now, the rally where these statements were made were organized by Inqilab Manch on Monday, and it saw participation from Bangladesh Nationalist Party or BNP, Jamaat-e-Islami, Gano Adhikar Parishad, AB Party, and Islami Andolan Bangladesh. Nahid Islam described these attacks as a sign of a broader political assault. He said, and I quote, "With the bullet hitting Osman Hadi, the July revolution has been attacked." In similar remarks to journalists 2 days ago, Islam alleged that India and Awami League may have been linked to the attack, though he provided no evidence. He then claimed that the Awami League was operating from exile in New Delhi with Indian backing and was seeking to re-establish influence within Bangladesh's administration, police, universities, and media. He said in a meeting with Muhammad Yunus that unless the Awami League issue is resolved comprehensively in society and politics, none of us will be safe. The meeting was also attended by opposition leaders and members of Hadi's family. Following this, the Bangladesh Foreign Ministry or MOFA issued a statement calling on New Delhi to prevent suspects linked to the attempted killing from crossing into Indian territory and to ensure their arrest and extradition should they do so. The Ministry of External Affairs for India responded promptly on Sunday and said that it has never allowed its territory to be used for activities that are inimical to the interests of the friendly people of Bangladesh. Now, the statements by NCP leaders reflect a sharp escalation in anti-India rhetoric and signal a deliberate attempt to mobilize nationalist sentiment amid domestic instability and upcoming electoral polls. Hasnat Abdullah's threat to support separatists in India's northeast, though largely rhetorical, is significant because it invokes a long-standing regional security concern. Moreover, the participation of political parties from the BNP to Islamist parties demonstrates a coming together driven less by shared ideology and more by opposition to the perceived Indian influence and the Awami League. Claims of Indian interference and Awami League operations from exile, though unsubstantiated, aim to frame Bangladesh's domestic political violence as being externally orchestrated. However, Such rhetoric right now risks deepening polarization and straining the India-Bangladesh relations at an already fragile time. This is Devdutta for The Print. Keep watching for more such videos.